Is there any gap in between Japan work environment, India work environments?
I would definitely say that I have seen success rate of software projects in Japan are far higher than the US based companies project because
Hi, hello everyone. This is Tarisman Corporation. I'm Fumio Moriuchi. So today we have a guest, Levan san, who is working in Japan, but today he's in India. We asked him about his career story, so you can get some information and you can use it for your career development. Levan san, thank you for joining us today.
thank you for me, sir.
Thank you very much. So please tell me your educational background and career summary.
Yeah, in India, there are several streams basically to complete the graduations. So one of which is like bachelor in computer engineering. So I did my 4-year bachelor graduation course in the computer engineering in the most prestigious university, Pune University. And the final year, in the 4th year, we had a 1-year project. The project was more research based project. My mentors, helped me to understand and help me to implement the deep learning and AI application. So it was basically image identification, classification, web pages grouping based on relevant content using neural network. So that was the huge project, and it is a very recent technology. It's just started since last 4-5 years. So I got a chance to get exposure of all of these technologies and to make myself ready for the industry. So that's how I grew in that 4-year graduation course. That helped me a lot. So after going through this course, I got a job through campus placement, for the product development company. And after I joined the product-based company, after my 4-year course, there I started my corporate career. So fortunately, somehow I got the opportunity to Japan through one of the consulting company. After working 3 years in India, the company asked me, to work for one of the biggest bottler company in Japan as a data platform solution architect to implement the Hadoop data platform based on, the open source tech. So this is in short, the work that I do and the way I started my education and the way, the information about how I got into this career.
All right, thank you very much. So my question is, what was biggest challenge or failure in your career?
Biggest challenge, I have one bad or maybe I would say it's a good habit. I'm not sure really it's bad or good, but I put a lot of my efforts or the time basically into understanding the business, business requirements thoroughly. It could be maybe domain knowledge or technical details. So initially when I started working, in the Indian company, product-based company, I was not able to complete the task in actual working hours, because of this. So because whenever there is new task, and since the domain was new to me, since I was just a junior engineer when I started working in company, I was completely blank for the domain, what kind of industry it is and how it works basically in the background, and where this information could be useful for business. So I was very curious about that to learn these things. So because of that, I was not able to complete the task with the actual working hours, because we have fixed number of working hours in a day. So I had to put my additional time, to complete the task. But through that process, I learned how to balance out slowly the work and how to keep the learning alongside while meeting these deadlines. So I guess all the graduates go through this process where they need to learn a lot of when they join the corporate. But being thorough on your task always need, I feel some more additional time to understand about business. So, and it becomes an asset later, for yourself and your team, because your team will also start relying on you to make the better business decisions for the project. So that was the biggest challenge, I would say, when I started my career, because that's the important thing basically we have in our job, in daily job, to meet the deadlines. That's how I work them through that.
I see. All right. Thank you very much. Is there any gap in between Japan work environment, India work environments, or maybe working with Japanese client or multinational clients?
Well, it's really subjective question actually, because when I was working in India, I worked for the US clients. While working with the US clients, since I was working from India, so we used to work through the meetings or telephone. So I used to get the requirement over telephone, right? So it's very different than, because currently I work closely with the client, sitting right in front of them, seeing their pain point on their face, where exactly they are having troubles. And there's huge difference between the working style when you work with client, and you will also come to know very detailed level of business requirements that sometimes you miss that while working over telephone. So that's the one difference, I would say. And another difference, Japanese clients are a bit different than the Western or Eastern clients, like US-based clients. So I would definitely say that I have seen success rate of software projects in Japan are far higher than the US-based companies project, because usually in the US multinational company they start the project, but most of the things are well defined, like where exactly they want to go, what they want to do out of that project, what results they want basically on the timeline basically. So many things usually are just absurd when we start the project. That's how I notice in my past experience. I'm not sure whether it's true for all the for all the companies. Definitely not. I think it should not be. But I felt while working with Japanese companies, the Japanese customers are very thorough about their business requirement. They're very thorough about what they want out of the project, and we track the risk timely and very particular manner, and we mitigate it before we actually hit that risk. I think probably because of that, I have seen most of the projects are successful. It doesn't go into vain after putting a lot of effort. I would say probably this would be the biggest difference probably.
I see. Thank you very much. Because I think some of the audience, they probably currently outside of Japan are willing to come to Japan, work in Japan. Or maybe some Japanese audience who is currently dealing with non-Japanese people in the business. So I think your information is really helpful. Thank you very much. When and what kind of advice you would give to yourself in the past, and why?
If you want to succeed in the project, be creative, think outside of the box always.